Everyone says trading inconsistently is a psychology problem. Discipline, mindset, emotions, all of these things affect your judgment, and most traders don't perform well. I completely disagree with this because I think this is more of a structural problem rather than a psychological problem. And structural problems have structural solutions. Let me explain. One of the more generic advice I've heard in trading is you need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your psychology. You need to work on your emotions, right? This advice gets thrown out so easily towards every single person. It's kind of like a patient goes to a doctor. No, they don't really ask him what's going on with you. Just give you the same medication to every single person showing up. The problem is most people who are not doing well in trading have nothing to do with psychology. They haven't even reached that level to fully understand that's their emotions coming in the way, or if it's their psychology, it's their mindset, or any one of these things. Think of it like this. I give you a book with a completely different language, a language that you've never heard of, never read about it. You have no idea what's in front of you. And I tell you, you're going to read this and explain it to me in 30 minutes. There's no way that you'll be able to do it. Maybe with ChatGPT, but when you're taking trades, ChatGPT isn't going to help you that much. So what does that mean? When you're looking at a chart, most traders have no idea what they're looking at. They think they do, but they actually have zero idea because they skip so many steps. They skip learning about volume, price action, key levels, because there's so much information on YouTube or on social media. They don't know which to follow. Every single video starts with, I made X amount of money doing X, Y, and Z strategy. Even if you're focused on learning a completely different strategy, your focus is going to go from that strategy to the one that is being shown to you because of that big number. So most traders have no idea how to actually trade. That's why they don't perform well. But they blame psychology because it's the easiest thing to blame. So what's the first structural problem? No defined edge. I'll give you guys an example. My defined edge for me when I'm sitting in the market is being able to read the tape. I learned how to read the tape because I started trading penny stocks. I didn't start with options. And in order to trade penny stocks, you need to learn how to read level 2 and time and sales. So this was the first thing that I actually started to learn. Recorded my trades, recorded my screen, and went over it for months to fully understand how it actually affected the market. Once I figured out that everything goes through that order book or order flow, it made trading so much easier because now I know what's happening at those certain levels. Now, if I was to ask you, what is your edge? What is it about you that you've learned in trading that you think the person sitting next to you or your friend or somebody you follow on social media does not have, right? That is called an edge. You might be able to read a pattern quicker than other people. You might be able to understand price action faster than someone else. You might be able to break down the best supply and demand zones, or you'll be able to read the tape faster than anyone else, right? That is called an edge. And every single trader out there that is performing well has some sort of an edge that helps them make decision and turns them profitable. Now, edge doesn't only mean a strategy. It also comes from having discipline, an entry list, an exit list, where you're going to be taking trades, when you're not going to be taking trades. All of those things are considered to be an edge because a lot of people are not as disciplined as they think. So if you are more disciplined than someone else and you're following certain rules, you're going to have an edge over a lot of other people. So if you're just trading blindly, you're going to have inconsistent results. So you need to first define an edge. You need to go over all your trades and see which one of your trades showcase a certain edge that you might have. It might be a very good entry, might be a perfect exit, might be a perfect entry for a reversal. All of those things are going to help you define what your edge is. And once you find that edge, you double down on it. You only focus on that. Start sizing up. If it's perfect entries on reversals, if you every time you follow your rules, you perform well, double down on the days where you see that you're performing those rules, focus on sizing up on that particular day. I believe TradeZilla has this habit tracker on their page where you can add all these things, and this will kind of help you find your edge as well. Just write down whenever you're performing well, what are the things that you did right, and that might help you narrow down what works versus what doesn't work. Second problem is context blindness, right? When people are looking at a setup, They forget about the uncertainty that the market might be bringing. They try to incorporate the same strategy on every single trade that they see. That most probably isn't going to work. Like for example, if you have an FOMC meeting or if you have Trump speaking, the market during that time is going to move based on what Trump has to say or what the FOMC decision is going to be. If you sit there trying to trade an opening range breakout just because it has volume and all the other context, you're most probably not going to do well unless if whatever the Feds or Trump says aligns with the movement of the stock in your favor, which most likely is going to be a lotto anyways, because you don't know what they're going to say and you don't know how the market is going to react based on what they say. It's kind of like seasons, right? In winter, you're not going to walk out with shorts. You're not going to be wearing a jacket in summer. Just like that, context of the market matter. The third problem, which I've mentioned, I think maybe half of my videos, is position sizing. This is very, very important. So I've come across a lot of traders that wake up and say, today I'm gonna size up. And I ask them, what is the reason for you to size up? And their answer blows my mind. I just feel great, right? That is not an answer for you to take more risk just because you feel great. You don't know how the market is going to be. You don't know if the market is going to give you the opportunities for that sizing up for you to actually make money on that trade. Because that position size is going to reflect your emotions, not your actual trading system. I want you guys to try to answer the questions for these three structural problems if you have them. So start with, what is your edge? When you're jumping in, what are the contexts that you look for in the market? In any trade, what are your confirmations? Number three, how do you decide which position size to go in? 1, 2, 3, answer these questions. I want to see how you guys actually tackle the market. I'm pretty sure by now you guys have realized 90% of the videos that I make are all based on the comments I get, based on the things that you guys are struggling with. So you guys commenting on what things or the questions that I ask in the video helps me understand what I should be making in order to help you guys make sure you're not making those mistakes. One video I would like for you guys to check out is the win rate video, which I made I think a couple of weeks ago, because a lot of people think that win rate is very, very important, and that video is directly correlated with what we went over today. So if you guys have any other suggestions on what videos to make, comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.